Hi everybody, for those who don't know me, I'm Stephanie Green. I'm one of the business advisors at Pursuit. Today I wanted to cover off on what is involved in this latest round of stimulus package announcements, particularly relating to individuals and retirees. Now, I'm hoping you've all had a chance to jump in and have a look at the previous vlogs we've released relating to businesses who have employees, businesses with no employees, and businesses looking to invest. There's a lot of useful information in those, so don't hesitate to jump in and have a watch. This presentation is based around the announcements that were released on the 22nd of March. At this point, they are purely just announcements and nothing has been legislated, so we don't have a lot of detail. Things can and probably will change. However, I wanted to go through what we do know at this point in time. So first up is probably the biggest announcement which relates to individuals, and that's the introduction of the coronavirus supplement. Now, this supplement is an additional payment for those recipients of the job seeker payment, youth allowance, parenting payment, farm household allowance, and the special benefit payment. This is a $550 per fortnight supplement, which brings the total available for the job seeker payment, so that this is the maximum rate, to $1,162 for a single and $1,060 for a partnered couple. This is a big increase to those payments and will be massively helpful for those people who are facing job loss or a reduction in their hours. Now, income testing still does apply to this payment and the supplement, but the government have announced that they will be waiving the asset testing rules, as well as the usual waiting periods that apply to these payments. In addition, the access to the job seeker payment, so this was previously Newstart, has been expanded to include sole traders, those who are self-employed, casual workers, contract workers, and in addition to that, the mutual obligation requirements for job seeking for sole traders will be automatically met when you are eligible for this payment. Now, the hope is to have this payment become available to be accessed from the 27th of April. Next up is the household support payments. This was initially announced in the first round of stimulus package announcements as a $750 one-off payment for those who are receiving an eligible support payment or who hold an eligible concession card. Now, there is a big long list of people who receive those eligible payments and what those payments are. They include things like the age pension, disability support pensions, family tax benefit, carers payments, Austudy, parenting payments. There's a whole list there which you can find in the links provided. So I suggest you have a look to see if this is applicable to you. The first round of payments are based on your eligibility from the 12th of March to the 13th of April. So if you were receiving any of those listed payments or held a eligible concession card between that time, you will be entitled to that first $750. The second round is based on your eligibility as of the 10th of July 2020. So it's assessed on a one-off date. If you're receiving those payments or have that card at that date, you will be entitled, unless you have since been entitled to receive the coronavirus supplement. If you are receiving that supplement or are eligible to receive the supplement, you won't be entitled to the second round payment. Now, I am aware that a few of you may be receiving 2 or more of these income support payments, but unfortunately you can only be eligible to receive this payment in one way. So if you are receiving a parenting payment and also receiving family tax benefit, you'll still only be eligible for one lot of the $750 payments. This is based individually, not by family. So if you have 2 people in your household receiving payments, you'll both receive the $750. Another one of the government's initiatives is to provide early access to superannuation to assist those who've been impacted by the coronavirus. Now, previously, the rules around accessing your superannuation early were very strict. There were a lot of hoops to jump through to get that superannuation if you weren't at retirement age or had met a condition of release. They are now scaling back that for this specific situation to give people the ability to access up to $20,000 total in their superannuation. Now, the rules around this is you would be eligible to receive $10,000 of your super prior to 1st of July 2020 and potentially a further $10,000 post 1 July 2020 for another few months. They haven't specified exactly what that time frame is post 1 July. However, I think we can safely assume you will have a few months grace period there. To be eligible to access your super early under this situation, you need to be either unemployed or eligible to receive income support payments, or on or after 1st of January 2020, you were made redundant or had your hours reduced by 20% or more, or if you were a sole trader, your business was suspended, or there was a reduction in your turnover of 20% or more. Now, these applications can be made from mid-April 2020. Applications will be made through the MyGov app directly to the ATO, and the money released from your super will not be subject to tax. So you won't have to worry about paying tax on that, even though you are below the age of 60. Normally, super paid below the age of 60 is subject to tax. This is specifically excluded, and it will also not impact on your Centrelink or Veterans Affairs payments. So it won't be included in your income testing. Another one for the retirees out there. So the minimum pension amount, or the rates, sorry, I should say, have been reduced. So when you are receiving a pension from your superannuation fund, you have a minimum amount to withdraw each year based on your total super balance. So if you are under the age of 65, the rate was previously 4%. This has now been reduced to 2%. So they have halved these rates, both for the 2020 financial year and the 2021 financial year. And finally, deeming rate reductions. So deeming rates are what Centrelink used to calculate your income on your investments, which is then added to your income tests. There was an initial announcement in this with the first round of stimulus package announcements, reducing these rates. However, they have been reduced by a further 0.25%, which is a total 0.75% reduction. The new upper rate will now be 2.25%, and the lower deeming rate will be 0.25%. Now, this will impact you all on a case-to-case basis. There is no one-size-fits-all example that I can give you for this. However, the government have advised that on average for those receiving an aged pension, I should say, they will be looking at a benefit of approximately $105 over the first full year of these rate reductions being applied. Now that's all of the packages that relate to individuals and retirees. Thank you so much for sitting through this and watching and enjoying my home background, as we are working from home at the moment. If you would like to discuss this further, we are offering a 15-minute complimentary phone call to our business clients to discuss how the stimulus package may benefit you, and what we need to do to access any benefits if you are not already eligible. If you have any other questions in relation to this, please give us a call. We're always happy to help. And if you are finding you're struggling with the impact that the coronavirus has had on your life or your business, or you just need to talk to someone, please contact Beyond Blue or one of the many other agencies out there who can support you through this difficult time. Thank you so much, and I will be in touch soon.